Hi, Amar. How are you?
Hello, Pallavi. How are you? I'm fine. Thank you.
Today, I'm starting my video by interviewing one of my favorite mentees, and she's amazing. I am myself so inspired with her life story, how she, changed her life. You'll hear just in a moment from by her, and her journey has been so amazing. She has been so courageous. She has taken so beautiful actions to actually walk towards her dream life. So I would love Amat to share a little bit of about her background, that how what kind of childhood she had, what kind of cities you have lived in, and what were your childhood memories. Can you share that with us?
Thank you so much, Pallavi, for that warm welcome and to hear that from your favorite mentee. Oh, that's really touching my heart. And yes, I would definitely would love to share my story. I am, as you know, I'm from basically from Kolkata, and now I'm staying in Bangalore presently. So yes, my childhood, like many of them, was a little happy, but not so again that happy. From the childhood, of course, my schooling and education is not been that much because I belong to a Muslim middle class family. So I was married very early and I was not able to do my graduation, though I really wanted to study a lot. And
Hmm.
after marriage, as you know, like there was no support where I want to pursue my dreams of studying. And then kids. So where was I? I was lost. I never had my own identity. And
Hmm.
after say 16 years again, there was a unsuccessful marriage. So divorce happened and lots of ups and downs. And after these ups and downs, uh, I came to know the reality of life that it is me who have to handle my life. So here I am.
Amazing. As I said, your story has always been an inspiring one for me. And would you like to share something about your career, what kind of jobs you have done so far, or, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. Uh, First of all, as I told you, Pallavi, I had never thought I was a, housewife. And because I did not had much of education, so I never dreamt that I would want to work.
Hmm.
But due to circumstances, I had to start working at the age of 32.
My God.
Yeah. And I started my career knowing not that what I would opt for, but I was just, following the path. And I had a, inclination of, working in skin industry. So I started from the scratch as a skin practitioner, a therapist, and having experience of 16 years plus, from journey from there to a managerial position.
Hmm.
Having said that, no education background as well. So it
Hmm.
was a tough journey for me because I always felt myself being inferior with the
Hmm.
people, who were coming and I was working with them.
Totally.
So I was, till now I am working full time and as a manager in salon industry. So have skin and salon
Yeah.
experience with me.
Right. So, you mean you are managing your work as well as your side hustle as a life coach?
Yes, I am
Yeah.
doing it. Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. Kudos to you for that. And
Thank you.
I would also like to know what was the challenge? You already grew a lot in your career. You were already at a, managerial position there. So of course, it must be feeling good, or was there a financial constraint that you were feeling? What was that that major main challenge that was actually trying to press you down, and you were like, no, I'm not going to let it beat me up? So what was that?
Financial challenges were always there for me, because
Hmm.
for me it was like a cycle, working. It was never ending. One thing I
Hmm.
realized that, going higher up the position, more is more of responsibilities coming. And the hindrance what I felt was because of my education level. So I
Hmm.
was not looked upon that, yes, this is a person who is going to do better. Having so
Hmm.
much experience also at times, was not letting me reach that height.
Hmm.
But I would say that thanks to pandemic, which came as a
Hmm.
blessing to me, and that's when I
Hmm.
discovered with 2 years at home working, uh, jobless, no job at
Hmm.
all, and I discovered about freelancing, and
Hmm.
that's where I discovered about freelancing, and from there my journey came to,
Hmm.
about life coaching.
Hmm. Wow, amazing. So one of the things that I take away from your journey is basically start somewhere, like, whatever feels inclined to you, start somewhere and then, you will find your way, isn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Awesome. Okay. So you said you had financial challenge and things weren't so easy for you in your life back then. So what would you say is the situation right now? Is it any better? Like, after doing the whole life coaching training and switching from like, starting a side hustle, did that had an impact on your life?
Oh, I would say 100%, Pallavi, because, like, when I was jobless, and I was jobless because I had a health emergency, and for 6 months I was not able to work. And when I started working, and there were no jobs, because at my age they are not looking for, because of the pandemic, they were looking for, say, people who are,
Hmm.
with less experience.
Hmm.
So that I was, say I was stuck. And that's
Hmm.
when this idea came about freelancing. Though I started like as an virtual assistant and an SMM,
Hmm. Hmm.
I did for, say, 6 months, but it was not, something I was enjoying.
Hmm.
And constantly that thing in my mind was like, I want to help people. And
Hmm.
I discovered about life coaching.
Hmm.
And when I met, my life 360-degree, it changed. Conditions right now,
Amazing.
I would say, is far more better when I was working, because now
Hmm.
I have an like open mind. I am being able to do my job. I am being able to do my side hustle. And I would say this is not now my side hustle. It's my
Hmm.
business.
Of course. What are your wins and breakthroughs then?
See, my wins, I mean, I don't know how many wins I need to count. The first win, I would say, like when I joined the life coaching, it was the biggest challenge for me. Going with the mindset where I had belonged, always there were a lot of roadblocks where I always felt I cannot achieve anything in my life. I was somebody always was with a self-doubt for myself. And I
Hmm.
felt, okay, these other people can do, I cannot, because I
Hmm.
never felt that I'm able to do it. But when I started my life coaching journey, I always felt that, okay, this is something like other course where I'll be taught about some modules and where I'll be able to help other people. But I was taken aback with surprise, because the life changing happened, the transformation happened was on me. And that was the most phenomenal thing that happened.
Hmm.
It was a breakthrough for me. I would, if you ask me in a few words, I would say that I'm going to live a second life of mine from here onwards. Full enthu, I am
Wow.
full energetic to start that. I'm not wondering that, okay, I am 49 and what is there to discover for me? But I feel right now it's so much more I have to explore.
Wow. That's so touching and love the way you expressed. And kudos to you again. Like, at the age of 49, 50, around that, people think that, what can I do? In fact, it starts from 30, 32 itself, that we cannot do much. Now it's all done. Wherever we are, we'll be there, always. We can't start something new. And I love the spark in you, that you are about to turn 50 and you are still, like, looking at life with total lights in your eyes. So that's amazing. I hope, again, something which is very, very inspiring about you. And I'm sure the audience are going to literally get a lot of motivation from what you just shared with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, I do hope so.
In the whole process, there was something that you would have done differently to change your life from being financially stuck and, to today, where you are actually handling everything. You have home chores, you have your children, you have your own life to manage, you have your, parlor managerial, assignments to handle. On top of that, you are actually running a side hustle as your own business. So you would have done something different, that you are able to handle all of this together and still smiling and, feeling excited about it. So what would be that?
Oh, there are couple of things, and these couple of things, I would say, like, not couple of things, but I would say the treasure of the mindset tools which I learned in my life coaching journey. Like, I was thinking that fine, I would just learn it, but as you know, I was implementing these mindset tools on myself. I could see the difference in me. I mean, if you ask me today that if I have to see the Amat just few months back, I would like not recognize that lady also. That who's she? I mean,
Right.
I will definitely, I would like to emphasize on this, that these mindset tools have helped me, like, in not my personal, in mending my relationships, but in my professional journey also, where, I
Mm,
was with this whole, hell lot of, mindset roadblocks. I was not able to take a step forward. But with these tools, I know now for sure. I feel like there is always a backup for me
mm,
in my mind. Like, if any problem is
mm,
arises, I do not see that problem as a problem. Like earlier, before, I used to brood over the problems, and then,
mm,
I would procrastinate, and that would make me feel, get into
mm.
depression. But now I know, if any problem comes, I know what I have to take that responsibility, and I need to
Right,
tackle those. And with your
right.
mindset tools which you have given, they are just amazing, amazing, I would say.
Thank you so much.
Right.
So what would be that one step, that you took to, change the entirety of your life?
The one step which I took, it was the most, I would say, I risky, or I would say that was a challenge for me, was getting into the, taking that decision that I want to go for this. It was my gut
Mm,
feeling that said that come what may, I
mm,
need to do this. I want to take up this course,
mm,
because I cannot lead my life like this, which I've been living all these years.
mm,
And I was jobless at that point of time when I had, go for the course. I was financially broke, but
mm.
still I felt I need to do it. This is for my life. And I cannot tell you, this is a fact, that after joining your course, I just got the job in the next month. It's
So you
just like magic.
manifested.
Yes, I felt it was, the mind shift, the way I was
Mm,
looking the things, and the universe really had my back and
right,
supported, it every walk of my step.
right,
So now I feel that decision was utmost the rightful one.
right. Can you be a little more specific? What decision, what program you're talking about?
I'm talking about the premium coach the coach program by Pallavi Chatterjee.
Okay, thank you so much. So, while although you have shared that it was risky, and you must be a little scared, to shift from freelancing world to life coaching, or in general, also people feel really scared of taking that step, because of a lot of varied reason. So what would be your thing? Like, you said you didn't had a job even when you signed up for this program. And what would you say that, what kind of challenges or what kind of feelings you had inside, which were kind of, stopping you from taking this decision, but then you just, rocked that ramp as well, and you took that decision, and today you are here where you are. Right. So what was
Uh,
that? What kind of feelings?
of course, the feelings, when you are, financially not, stable. So when, you are asked, about like of course, the fees and all would definitely look big. But, what is the value which you're going to get? What is the transformation you are going to get? See that. That's more than the, amount which has been offered. And yes, I did have the challenge at that point of time. So I just sat and I thought that, if right now I may not take this opportunity, I may not be able to take in the next time also. That was
Hmm.
my one thing. And the second thing, when I definitely discussed with my friends, my relatives, they opposed me. They called me, "Are you mad? I mean, how can you go for something, like, what is the, surety? What is the
Hmm.
guarantee?"
Hmm.
Okay. And the third was discussing with my family, which were
Hmm.
always supportive, and they are supportive till date. I
Hmm.
remember my mother, my husband, and my sister, they always supported me, telling, "You want to do, you feel it is good for you, right for you, go for it. We are there
Hmm.
to support you." They are there to support me emotionally, not financially.
Right.
So
Right.
that's when I decided that I will do this.
Hmm.
And I spoke to myself that I am going to
Hmm.
make it work by whatever means I can. I discussed with my husband about the backup plan, everything, and he
Hmm.
said he'll be there to help me out. But you see, whatever the savings I had, I gave it in my first installments, and the other two installments were
Hmm.
taken care by the universe as they provided me job.
Right. Right. That's so amazing.
So it was like, I would say, it was like a cakewalk for me then.
Amazing. And what I know of, your program. So far you have almost made back the money which you have invested in Coach the Coach program. Will that be right to say?
Yes, absolutely, I have done it. And which I was in, like, I always had a doubt that whether I will be able to do it. But as a coach, you
Right.
always had that faith in me that yes, Amat, you will be doing it, and you will do it. Don't worry about that. And today, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I have done it.
That's so amazing, and so kind of you to say that. But it's all your actions and everything. It's like our faith won't be able to get you those results if you don't take action. So obviously, like kudos to you for that as
Thank you so
well.
much.
So what's your dream life? What kind of life you want to lead?
Earlier, Pallavi, I did not had a dream life. I never knew what is a dream life. But
Hmm.
after coming to life coaching and I've understood, I know what is my dream life now. It
Hmm.
looks like, of course, not like a fairy tale, but I definitely want to spend my time now with my daughter, my family. I don't want to do this into this 9 to 5 job and spend my time. I want to do whatever whenever I want, with definitely with financial freedom and the freedom to go whenever or wherever I want. I don't want, like, I take the permission of the boss that, hey boss, today I need to, go for something. Can you give me, today's, week off or a day off, or,
Right.
these many, time periods so that, I can do my work. I want to be my own boss.
Right.
That's what I want.
Amazing.
And
Yeah.
give all the pleasures to my family. And also, of course, enjoy those pleasures which I have deprived, for all these years. So now this is my time.
Amazing. You are surely very soon going to enjoy all of that. I'm totally sure of it. And I can literally see that happening for you.
Thank you.
What would you say to people who are still on the fence? They are not able to decide, or they are struggling in their life and they wish to change something in their life, but they are not able to, get started with it. What would be one advice that you would want to give them?
My one advice definitely would be for the people who are there thinking that if they are doing the same thing, then they will be expecting a miracle one fine day. But sadly enough, it is not going to happen. It's you have to take the action if you want to see a better person at that other place.
Hmm.
Without taking action, you are not going to see a miracle in your life, because that miracle, it is in you who you have to create. Santa Claus is not just going to come and help you out. You have
Right.
to reach out to the Santa Claus to help you
Right.
out.
Right. Amazing advice. So, Amal, would you like to share how the program Coach the Coach has helped you in actually getting started with your business and the side hustle and earning amount from it?
Yes, definitely. See, the coaching program, it first of all, I would say it's a very unique program. In this, it is like you've been helping me from the scratch to build up my own business, where, your hand holding, your, 24-hour support is always there, which, whenever I used to feel that, hey, I'm stuck, and you are always there to, help me out, reply me back, from, I would say, from the sessions to the mock calls and everything. Like it was like, for me, I would say it was just served on a platter, something like that.
Thank you so much. And I'm really glad that you felt like that. And obviously, like, it's all about your actions as well. So, combinedly, it becomes a deadly combo, a guaranteed result combo, like, actions plus support. And you have done it amazing. So,
Thank
yeah.
you so much. Of course, without your support, without your, hand holding and everything, I wouldn't have made it here today. So thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much for sharing those kind words. I really feel blessed that, my program could actually help you and take you somewhere. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So what would you say to some people who are on the fence to start life coaching and, they are not able to decide?
See, it is all about, the mindset roadblocks which still are there. I feel they are not able to take those actions. They still feel that, okay, maybe some of them are still, holding themselves back, that when that suitable time will come, and I would definitely go. And let me tell you, that suitable time will never come, or
Hmm.
we will have that sort of resources, and then might we can go for it, but it would never happen until and unless you make a choice that how soon you want your life to get, turned. And then only it will happen, because unless, your mindset roadblocks are not being, shifted, how is possible that you will get those resources? For
Hmm.
those resources, even you have to get those mindset to be tackled. So why not get
Right.
it done at the earliest? And yes, of course, I would definitely, I would not recommend, I would insist, these are my words, I would insist that, Coach the Coach program by Pallavi Chatterjee is the ultimate, and just go for it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And thank you so much for being such a kind soul, giving us your time. I'm sure the audience would have received a lot of value, a lot of, motivational inspiration as well. You have always been a great life coach. You have created tremendous amount of results, and anybody who wants to, connect with Amat for her life coaching services, the link will be in the description box. It was lovely, lovely interview, and I have enjoyed my time here. I hope you also enjoyed, the whole.
Yes. Same here. I enjoyed, and in fact, right now, I would like to say one thing also to my audience. A person like me who is an introvert and a person who have to rehearse, if coming on camera, being a camera shy person, today or a short notice by Pallavi, I'm like ready, decked up, and like say like I need to go for it. So you can see the change in me. This is the
Wow.
new me.
Wow. Your whole story is like, an epitome of inspiration, motivation, and, I'm sure, there will be a lot of people who will actually get started with your story. And I definitely feel like, you should be writing a book on it, sometime soon. And truly, it's been amazing, like, from where you have come and, what all challenges you have faced. And then, you are still thriving and, it's amazing. It's superbly amazing to know about you. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. And bye bye.
I'm so blessed, and thank you so much to having me. Thank you so much, Pallavi.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Hey.